Blurr is the name given to 5 different fictional characters in the Transformers franchise. Blurr frequently appears as a blue Autobot who transforms into a swift car. In the American version of several series, he is voiced by John Moschitta, Jr., who held the Guinness Book of World Records title for World's Fastest Talker until the category was eliminated. Transformers, Generation 1, Blurr is the fastest Autobot on land. He was used primarily by the Autobots as a high-speed messenger. Blurr was also portrayed having extremely fast speaking mannerisms, and a nervous streak when dealing with his superiors. Despite this, he is a loyal warrior and friend. When he became a Target Master, he was paired with Haywire, an impulsive and excitable Nebulan youngster. With his top speed of 800 miles per hour, Forbes named Blurr as the fastest fictional car in 2008. Animated series Blurr first appeared in the Transformers, the movie. He continued to appear in Season 3 of the television series as one of Rodimus Prime's closest allies. Noted for his fast talking and quick wit, he could possibly be seen as a replacement for Blue Streak, who was formerly among the fastest Autobots. Blurr was typically shown as a companion to Wheelie or Wreck-Gar, who also had unique styles of speaking. Blurr and Wheelie could be seen as comic relief amongst the Season 3 cast. Blurr first appeared in the movie, but continued to have several notable appearances over the course of the show. In 5 Faces of Darkness, he and Wheelie are charged with delivering the transformation cog to Metroplex. This subplot runs through the entire 5-parter, and introduces the Predacons, a new Decepticon combiner team. In addition, they are the first to meet Sky Lynx, an arrogant but heroic Autobot transport shuttle, and Marissa Fairborn of the EDC. Following this, Blurr would have a starring role in Forever Is a Long Time Coming, in which he, Blaster and Wreck-Gar assist a young Alpha Trion in a Quintesson overthrow. Blurr would also be a key player in the retrieval of the Quintesson Journal. Later, Blurr appears in Face of the Najika, where he is injured and for the first time talks at normal pace. Blurr would also be among the uninfected Autobots to team up with Optimus Prime in The Return of Optimus Prime. In the 3-part 4th series, The Rebirth, Blurr became a Target Master, with his partner Haywire. His voice was supplied by well-known fast-talking actor John Moschitta, Jr., whose vocal talents complemented Blurr's high-velocity nature. In the Japanese-exclusive Transformers, the Headmasters series, the events of The Rebirth were ignored. Blurr continued to appear as a member of the cast, and never became a Target Master. Instead, he joined Rodimus Prime and Cap in searching for a new home world for the Transformers. The Japanese version of the animated series portrayed Blurr as stuttering, not speaking quickly as he did in the English version. Books Blurr appeared in the 1986 story and coloring book The Lost Treasure of Cybertron by Marvel Books. Blurr appeared in the 1988 Lady Bird book story Decepticons at the Pole by John Grant. Comics Dreamwave Productions. In Dreamwave's Generation 1 series, Blurr was a member of a cell of Autobots led by Kup. They were in resistance to the leadership of Shockwave on Cybertron. After they managed to rescue Prime, Blurr and the rest of the group helped Optimus Prime and Ultra Magnus overthrow Shockwave. Although Target Master Blurr received biography pages in Dreamwave's More Than Meets the Eye series, he never appeared in the comic stories before the company closed. IDW Publishing. Blurr had his own one-shot story in IDW's The Transformers Spotlight series on November 2008. Marvel Comics. Blurr first appeared in the Headmasters Limited series as one of the Autobot crew led by Fortress Maximus. He became a Target Master in the 4th and final issue of the series. Blurr first appeared in the regular Transformers series in issue number 42, where he quickly joined up with the Earth Autobots, and eventually served under Optimus Prime. Although Blurr did not receive a big role in the US comics, he played a large role in writer Simon Furman's UK stories. Blurr's first chronological appearance came in the Marvel UK Transformers Target 2006 arc. He was unwittingly sent by Unicron alongside Hot Rod and Kup, thwarting the future Decepticon Galvatron in his plan to destroy Unicron in 1986 with aid from the present-day Ultra Magnus. He would appear in many of the movie future-themed stories, time-traveling again with Cup and Hot Rod to recapture Galvatron and stop Death's Head, battling against the Unicron-controlled Decepticons on Cybertron in Prime's absence and battling the Quintessence on Earth. Things would come to a head when Galvatron's continued presence in the past opened a time rift that threatened to destroy Earth and Cybertron. Blurr was part of the group led back by Rodimus Prime to deal with the threat, but even they could not stand against Galvatron and his ally, a clone of Megatron. Only Optimus Prime's defeat of Galvatron and Shockwave depositing Cyclonus' body into the rift saved everything. Blurr and the other future Autobots return fine to their own time stream changed to a different, darker future, where Galvatron was alive and ruling most of Cybertron. Blurr appeared among the Autobots under the command of Rodimus Prime in the alternate future story Aspects of Evil 2 from Marvel UK Transformers number 224. In this story Rodimus Prime remembered how Galvatron, Crankcase, Ruckus and Windseeper killed Blurr and then attacked Rodimus Prime, Cup, Arcee and the Battle Patrol. Enraged, Rodimus nearly killed Galvatron, but to keep the Matrix from being contaminated by hatred he relented. Games Blurr is one of 8 playable characters in the 1986 Commodore 64 video game Transformers, The Battle to Save the Earth. Toys Generation 1 Autobot car Blurr. This version of Blurr is show accurate to the Transformers, the movie. It comes with an electro laser and a shield. Blurr's tech specs portray him as having a speed rating of 10, Generation 1 Target Master Blurr, a re-release of a previous figure with his Target Master partner Haywire, who transforms into his gun. A figure was retooled with larger holes to hold Haywire in gun mode. According to the tech specs in the packaging, Blurr's speed rating is only 7 instead of 10. Generations Deluxe Blurr, a remold of Generations Drift in white and 2 shades of blue with a different rear spoiler and head sculpt, armed with guns and a sniper rifle in place of Drift swords. The figure's design is closely related to the comic version by IDW Publishing. United Target Master Haywire, a store exclusive in Japan. A redeco of Power Core Combiners Caliburst. United Deluxe Blurr, a redeco of the Deluxe Generations toy by Takara. Transformers, Armada, Blurr appeared in the Transformers, Armada series. Animated series In the Transformers, Armada animated series, Blurr's portrayal was faithful to his tech spec. He was portrayed as a brave officer and a veteran of many battles. When he is first seen in the series, Blurr meets his mini-con partner Incinerator. He is portrayed as a snob, and was even once claimed to be antisocial from Hot Shot. It is learned that Blurr was sent to aid the Autobots due to a message from his past mentor, Scavenger. After a failed attempt at capturing a mini-con which involved tension between Blurr and Hot Shot, the two Autobots are able to bond and became friends as well as rivals. Throughout the entire Armada series, Blurr is seen as being very patient at times, yet he still maintains his snob attitude to even his own teammates. During a training exercise, Blurr tells Smokescreen that he will not be able to keep up to the pace that Hotshot and himself are going. To Blurr's dismay, Smokescreen is able to beat the obstacle course in a very unorthodox way. At one point he saved the life of the rookie Sideswipe from Decepticon execution. Unfortunately this leads the young Autobot to hero worship him. When Blurr comes to Earth, Sideswipe follows, but Blurr is soon able to unload him on Hotshot, much to the latter's exasperation. Returning to Cybertron later in the series, Blurr is revealed to be a veteran pilot as he is seen piloting the Autobot ship. Blurr's no-nonsense attitude made him a valuable ally. However, it also led to friction between him and Hotshot, as well as Rad, Alexis and Carlos. He survives the series-ending battle against Unicron. Unlike his G1 counterpart, Blurr talks at a normal pace, is a tough veteran, and does not have a mouth. Dreamwave Productions Blurr also appeared in the accompanying Armada comic by Dreamwave, although with a much more minor role. He was one of a team of Autobots led by Jetfire who investigated unusual space bridge activity at the Decepticon headquarters, unaware it had been taken over by Unicron's heralds. Bludgeon was still present, and he stalked Jetfire's team from the shadows, severely wounding Blurr. He survived, but did not appear again until towards the end of Dreamwave's Energon comics. Toys Armada Blurr. Blurr is a futuristic grey car that is able to have flight mode with the insertion of his mini-con incinerator into his back area. This flight mode brings out two missile launchers that shoot once mini-cons are attached, much like the whole Armada series. His hands are not the regular-sized holes for Armada figures, thus this figure cannot hold anything other than his own weapons. In 2003 Toys R Us stores sold Blurr and Incinerator with a bonus mini-con. He came randomly packaged with Buzzsaw, drill bit or Dueler. This toy was later redecoed as Transformers, Universe Swerve with Road Handler. Transformers, Cybertron, his bio seemingly painted him as a different character than Armada Blurr. This Blurr was a retired race champion who resided on Velocitron teaching rookie Transformers how to race. Though he appears to be a harsh taskmaster, this masks a genuine affection for his students. He takes their successes and failures to heart, and demands nothing less than the best, from them and him. Unlike most other Velocitronian racers who seem to focus on improving only their vehicle mode's speed, Blurr prides himself on the fact that he may be the fastest Velocitronian racer on two legs. By using his cyber key he can run speeds in excess of the speed of sound, while maintaining the maneuverability of a robotic form. He can literally run circles around his opponents in combat. Although his vehicle mode is better suited for flat terrain, his wheels emit a low-level energy which flattens uneven road conditions ahead of him, thus allowing him to drive over moderately rough terrain as if it was flat road. When using his cyber key enhanced speed, Blurr often talks so fast most people cannot understand him. Animated series Although there is a civilian Autobot vehicle in the TV series that resembles Blurr, he was unnamed and did not transform into robot mode. These Blurrs comes in blue, red and green versions. He had some dialogue in the episode Hidden, and made several cameo appearances. However, these civilian Autobots seem to be from Cybertron and are not the Blurr from Velocitron. Fun Publications Blurr appears in the text story from Fun Publications called Force of Habit. The story explains where he is during the events of the Cybertron story. Ultra Magnus is the commander of various Autobot ships sent to other planets in search for the Cyber Planet keys. Longrak serves as captain of the spanner which was sent to Delta Draconis. Among the ship's crew are Armor Hyde, Blurr and Checkpoint. On the planet, called Combatron, the Autobot team discovers a few remaining Autobots led by Whirl, and encounters a newly arrived Decepticon team led by Brushguard. Blurr, Excellion, Longrak, and Swerve appear among Override's troops in the Fun Publications exclusive story The Dark Heart of Sandokan by Benson Yee. This story is set years after the events of the Transformers, Cybertron animated series. Override was commanding the Autobot ship Star Arrow when it crashes on the planet Sandokan while transporting a Force chip. Toys Galaxy Force Deluxe Blurr. The Armada Blurr mold was remolded and released first in Galaxy Force in a 2-pack set also under the name Blurr, which also included Buzzsaw. This remold did not include the mini-con that came with the Armada version but gained a new Force chip gimmick. Cybertron Deluxe Blurr. Blurr later came to North America as an individual release. This mold also included a change in the head, making it more resemble the design of the original Generation 1 Blurr, including the trademark antenna on the top of his head. He came with two missile launchers, and a Speed Planet Cyber Key with the number DOY2 on it. The release of Blurr in Cybertron Deluxe Wave 3.5 was packaged with a DVD containing the third episode of Transformers, Cybertron, called Hidden. Civilian Autobots resembling Blurr appeared in the episode, unnamed, in vehicle mode only. Transformers Animated. Blurr is the name of an Autobot in the Transformers animated series from Cartoon Network. He is a homage to the Generation 1 character of the same name, even having the same voice actor. In addition, he is also a homage of Cheetah in the shelved Transtech series. Blurr is seemingly the fastest Autobot, perhaps the fastest of all Transformers. He can travel on his feet wheels in robot mode and as a vehicle has been seen to drive right up walls. Animated series he first appears in the Season 2 episode, Velocity, in which he competes in Master Disaster's illegal street racing tournament and usurps Bumblebee's self-proclaimed title of fastest thing on wheels. During that time, he was controlled by Master Disaster's all-spark-powered remote device, and when it was destroyed, he regained control and saved Sari and Bumblebee from Blitzwing before driving off. Blurr returned in the two-part Season 2 finale episode A Bridge Too Close, in which he was seen in robot mode for the first time. He is revealed to be an intelligence agent for the Elite Guard, sent to keep an eye on the Earth Autobot crew. His personality reflects that of his G1 incarnation, in that he speaks at an extremely fast rate and has a tendency to rattle on in long-winded speeches. However, unlike G1 Blurr, he does not repeat his words as he speaks. His cover is blown when Bumblebee, presuming him to be a Decepticon, attacks. After clearing up the misunderstanding, Blurr leads the Autobots to the Decepticons' base. Once inside, Blurr uses his speed to place stasis cuffs on Blitzwing and Lugnut, rendering them immobile. During the battle between the Autobots, Decepticons and Starscream's clones, while putting stasis cuffs on Skywhip, Blurr falls into the Decepticons' open space bridge with Skywhip and Thundercracker after being encased in Mixmaster's cement. The bridge's target coordinates had not been programmed, and all three were sent to an unknown location in the galaxy. Blurr returned in the Season 3 premiere special Transwarped. It was revealed that after landing on a distant planet, Thundercracker helped the Autobot escape, only to attack him. Blurr escaped and fled to Cybertron, only to be greeted by Longarm Shockwave. He reported his experiences on Earth to his colleague, only for Longarm to attack him and herd him into a series of hallways. Shockwave closed all the gates, trapping the speedy Autobot, who soon met his supposed demise by being crushed into a cube by the walls closing in on him. He was last seen when Longarm ordered Cliffhumper to dispose of the sensitive material by throwing it into an incinerator. It should be noted that, despite being crushed into a cube, Blurr does not appear to be dead at the time. When a Transformer dies, their armor fades to gray, whereas Blurr's cube is still light blue before disposal. An animation model of Blurr's remains with his spark still active was revealed by Derek Wyatt, the show's character designer, showing that the writers considered an option to bring Blurr back. However, the series ends with Blurr being disposed of. However, in a comic set after the series, Cliffhumper is clearly shown holding the Blurr cube, meaning that he may have realized the cube's true identity and saved it from a dreadful fate. Toys Animated Deluxe Blurr, a deluxe-sized figure that transforms from a futuristic race car to robot. The front end of his vehicle mode features a spring-loaded energy saw. The mold for this figure is also used for the Transformers Collectors Club exclusive Timelines Deluxe Cheetah. Animated Deluxe Vortex Blurr, a silver-black redeco of the deluxe figure. Animated TA-30 Deluxe Autobot Blurr, the 2010 Japan release version by Takara Tomy, has the dark blue parts repainted in a metallic finish. Transformers, Timelines. In the Transformers, Timelines series, Blurr is an evil alternate reality version of Generation 1 Blurr. This Blurr is soft-spoken but a fast thinker. Although a capable warrior, Optimus Prime prefers to use him to gather information on his enemies. He has a heroic cousin named Crusher. Blurr has the power to steal speed, slowing down others while increasing his own speed. His face is scarred on the left side, with his left eye covered by a patch. Comics. Fun Publications, Blurr appears as a member of Optimus Prime's forces in the Transformers Timeline story Shattered Glass by Fun Publications. In this story he is first seen witnessing the smelting of Rumble, and then he laughs when Optimus Prime shoots the traitor Cliffhumper. Later Goldbug and Blurr report to Optimus Prime the rumors that Megatron is planning an attack. When the Decepticons attack the Ark launch site, Blurr, Goldbug and Rodimus compete for who can destroy the most Decepticons, but thanks to Cliffhumper the Decepticons win the battle. Blurr appears in the fiction Dungeons and Dinobots, a text-based story. He is among the Autobots who attack the Decepticons at the Arch Air Fuel dump. Optimus Prime blames him for allowing his Decepticon cousin Crusher to help defeat the Autobots. He is later sent to capture rogue Dinobots for the Autobots. He is part of the group that captures Swoop. Blurr appears in the story Do-Over, first warning Optimus Prime not to be distracted with the capture of Megatron for fear that it would cause the Autobots to miss the launch window to Earth. Blurr later uncovers Rodimus and Goldbug's conspiracy to take the Ark to Earth without Optimus and never return. Although Blurr defends Optimus, he is overpowered by the other Autobots. Optimus blames Blurr for the loss of the Ark theft. In reunification, Grimlock is seen munching on Blurr's remains. Toys Timelines Deluxe Blurr, a dark blue redeco of Cybertron Blurr with a new head and lightning graphics on his car mode. He was available exclusively at BotCon 2008, where he was sold together with the Decepticons Sideswipe, Whisper and Rampage. Transformers, Prime, another version of Blurr appears in Transformers, Rescue Bots, along with another new character named Salvage. He hails from the planet Velocitron and is a rescue bot and transforms into a race car. He loves being fast and takes pride in his speed, but he is also extremely reckless and impatient. Novels Blurr appears in the novel Transformers, Exiles, where he is the fastest racer on Velocitron and a supporter of Override. During the Autobots' visit to the planet, he wins the speedier race, and later breaks the race trophy in order to give the Autobots a fragment of the Blades of Time contained therein. When Ransack begins his rebellion against Override, Blurr sides with the female leader of Velocitron. Animated series Blurr debuts, along with Salvage, in the New Recruits. He and Salvage crash-landed on Earth during a meteor shower over 10,000 years ago in their cargo ship. Blurr was the pilot of the ship. During his training, he's always making Heatwave displeased with him. Blurr was revealed to have not have been involved in Salvage's plot to save the Cave people of Wayward Island. In fact, he abandoned Salvage to try and go home. After the footage of this was discovered, Optimus Prime allowed Blurr another chance at being on the rescue bots. Blurr and Salvage are later transferred to another location by Optimus Prime. He briefly references his origins from Transformers, Exiles as he tells Salvage about Velocitron. References. External links, Blurr at the Transformers Wiki.